Today, I'm telling the story of Prisoners, a film that doesn't just grip you with suspense, but forces you to confront the darkest corners of morality, desperation, and the human instinct to protect. Directed by Denis Villeneuve, this psychological thriller is a slow burn that turns into a moral inferno. It's not just about a kidnapping, it's about the prisons we build inside ourselves. Let's walk through it, scene by scene. We begin in the stillness of a Pennsylvania forest. Keller Dover and his teenage son Ralph are hunting. A deer steps into view, and Keller quietly recites the Lord's Prayer before Ralph pulls the trigger. The shot echoes through the trees. The deer collapses. This moment isn't just about hunting, it's about control, preparation, and faith. Keller believes he's ready for anything. But what's coming will test everything he stands for. The camera lingers on Keller's face, stoic, proud, unaware that this quiet ritual will soon be shattered by chaos. Later that day, the Dovers join their close friends and neighbors, the Birches, for Thanksgiving dinner. The warmth of family fills the room, laughter, food, and familiarity. Their daughters, Anna and Joy, head outside to play. The mood is light, but the camera subtly shifts, lingering on empty hallways, quiet corners, and the ticking of a clock. Hours pass. The girls don't come back. Panic creeps in slowly, then all at once. The parents search the neighborhood, calling out their names, retracing steps, knocking on doors. Then someone remembers a strange RV parked nearby earlier. That detail becomes the first thread in a web of dread. Detective Loki arrives at the scene with a quiet intensity that immediately sets him apart. He doesn't speak much, but his presence is sharp, his eyes scanning every corner, every movement, every inconsistency. There's something unsettling about his calm, like a man who's seen too much and learned to bury it deep. Tattoos peek from beneath his collar, hinting at a past that doesn't quite match the badge he wears. He's meticulous, emotionally restrained, and always watching. He quickly tracks down the RV, a rusted, grim-looking vehicle parked near the abduction site. Inside is Alex Jones, a soft-spoken man with the mental capacity of a child. Alex barely reacts to being arrested. He's quiet, withdrawn, and eerily vacant. Loki interrogates him, pushing hard, but the RV yields nothing. No blood, no fingerprints, no signs of the girls. The law demands evidence, and Loki, despite his instincts, has none. Alex is released. Outside the station, Keller Dover waits. His face is tight, his eyes burning. He confronts Alex, desperate for something, anything. And
They didn't cry until I left them.
What did you say? No!
It's quiet, chilling, and only Keller hears it. That moment doesn't just shake him, it detonates something inside. The system has failed. And Keller? He's about to take justice into his own hands. Keller Dover has reached his breaking point. The system has failed him. The police won't act. The evidence is thin. And yet, in his gut, he knows, Alex Jones is hiding something. That whisper outside the station wasn't just strange. It was a confession. And Keller can't let it go. So he takes matters into his own hands. Under the cover of night, he abducts Alex, dragging him to an abandoned apartment building he owns. The place is a shell, cold, crumbling, forgotten by time. Paint peels from the walls. Rust stains the floors. The air smells of mildew and regret. Inside, Keller chains Alex to a rusted sink. No windows. No escape. Just flickering bulbs overhead and the low hiss of steam from broken pipes. The silence is suffocating, thick with dread. And then, the torture begins. Keller doesn't scream. He doesn't rage. He works slowly, methodically, desperately. His hands tremble, but his resolve is steel. He builds a steambox. He scalds Alex's skin. He demands answers. But Alex? He doesn't fight. He doesn't speak. He just sobs, terrified, confused, and silent. Keller's face is tight with rage, but his eyes are hollow. He's not just seeking the truth anymore. He's unraveling, piece by piece. And in that dim, decaying room, the line between justice and cruelty begins to blur. One night, Keller stands in front of a bathroom mirror. His face is swollen. His knuckles are bruised. His shirt is stained. Steam fogs the glass, and for a moment, he stares at his reflection, unrecognizable. The man looking back isn't a father. He's something else, something darker. Loki continues his investigation, chasing leads that twist and collapse. He finds a priest with a corpse in his basement. The priest confesses. The man was abducting children, claiming to wage a war against God. It's a disturbing lead, but it doesn't connect directly to the missing girls. Then Loki finds Bob Taylor, a disturbed man obsessed with mazes. Bob breaks into the Dover home, steals children's clothes, and leaves cryptic drawings. His house is filled with boxes, snakes, and symbols. He's arrested, but he's not the kidnapper. He's a victim too. Loki's frustration builds. His eyes twitch. His voice sharpens. He's chasing shadows, and time is running out. In custody, Bob panics. He grabs a gun and kills himself. But before he dies, he leaves behind a final clue: maze drawings. Loki stares at them, piecing together fragments of horror. The maze isn't just a symbol, it's a map. A breadcrumb trail. A signature. Back in the apartment, Keller builds a steambox. He forces Alex inside, turns up the heat, and screams for answers. Alex sobs, his skin blistering, his voice cracking. But he says nothing. Keller's rage boils over. He punches walls. He collapses. He's no longer seeking justice, he's chasing ghosts. The room is filled with steam, sweat, and silence. And in that silence, Keller begins to break. Desperate and unraveling, he visits Holly Jones, the woman who took in Alex after his parents died. She's warm, maternal, and calm. Too calm. Keller doesn't suspect her. Not yet. He's there to ask for help, not to accuse. Holly invites him in, offers him tea, listens patiently. But beneath her gentle exterior, something sinister simmers. Moments later, Keller begins to fade. His vision blurs. His limbs weaken. He collapses. He wakes up in darkness. Dirt walls. Damp air. A pit beneath Holly's backyard. His voice is hoarse. His body is broken. He's trapped. The man who risked everything to save his daughter is now buried alive by the very evil he was chasing. And Holly? She's not just complicit. She's the architect. Inside Holly Jones's home, Loki moves with quiet urgency. The house is dim, the air still, but something feels off, too curated, too calm. His eyes scan the shelves, the corners, the small details that others might miss. And then he sees it, a pendant. Small, metallic, worn. A maze. He picks it up slowly, staring at the intricate lines etched into its surface. It's not just familiar, it's exact. The same maze Bob Taylor had drawn obsessively. The same pattern that had haunted Loki's investigation. In that moment, everything clicks. The maze wasn't just a symbol, it was a trail. A confession. A map of trauma passed from one victim to another. Bob hadn't been delusional, he'd been trying to speak. And Holly? She wasn't just Alex's aunt. She was the architect of it all. Loki's breath shortens, heart pounding, gun drawn. Inside, the silence is suffocating. He moves through the rooms like a ghost, searching for something he's terrified to find. In the basement, he discovers Anna, drugged, limp, but breathing. Relief floods his face, but it's short-lived. Holly appears behind him, syringe in hand. No panic, just cold intent. Loki turns and fires. Holly collapses. Anna is saved. But Keller? He's not there. Loki searches the house. Nothing. He steps into the backyard. Snow falls. The wind howls. The man who gave everything to save his daughter is now the one who needs saving. And no one knows he's there. Loki stands motionless in the snow, the cold biting through his coat, his breath visible in the frozen air. The backyard is quiet, eerily still, except for the faint whistle that cuts through the silence like a ghost. He tilts his head, listening. The sound is distant, almost imperceptible, but it's there. The camera doesn't move. It holds on Loki's face, his eyes narrowing, his body tense, his mind racing. Is it the wind? Is it imagination? Or is it Keller, buried beneath the earth, clinging to hope with the last ounce of strength he has? And then, the screen fades to black. No resolution, no rescue, just the echo of a whistle and the weight of everything that's happened. This ending isn't just ambiguous, it's deliberate. It forces us to sit with the discomfort, to ask ourselves whether justice was truly served, or whether Keller became just another prisoner of his own choices. Prisoners isn't just a thriller. It's a meditation on morality, grief, and the fragile line between justice and cruelty. It asks, how far would you go to protect your child? And what would you become in the process? There are no heroes here. Only people. Flawed, desperate, human. Keller's journey is heartbreaking because it's so believable. He's not evil, he's broken. And in trying to fix what's been taken from him, he ends up destroying parts of himself he can never get back. Loki's journey is quieter, but just as powerful. He doesn't scream. He doesn't torture. He listens. He watches. And in the end, he might be the only one who still hears the truth. If this story moved you, subscribe. I share stories that challenge, inspire, and make us think. Drop a comment. What would you have done in Keller's place? Would you have trusted the system? Or taken justice into your own hands? Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay kind, and above all, stay human.